Okay, just want to do a quick video on disassembly and reassembly of the Kershaw Knockout. This is a hard knife to get right now. I'm not seeing very many videos, so I wanted to post one up. Okay, first of all, got to open it up. Release the torsion bar. You want a T6. Can't really see that. T6 and a T9 Torx driver. This is a very easy knife to disassemble. Kershaw's done a really good job with this knife. So then take the T6. There's two screws down here at the bottom to remove. Put those aside. Alright, now what that's going to do, got to release the spacer. Take that out and set it aside. Okay, and then at the knife pivot point, you want to remove that with the T9. As you can see, I already had it loosened up. Not that it was hard, I just had it apart earlier. Okay, so at this point, you're just going to remove the side, the G10 siding. And there's your torsion bar, and that is the cover plate. You have a little spacer pin right here. You want to remove and get it out of the way so it doesn't get lost. Okay, then you also have, obviously, your blade. It's got two washers on there. Make sure you don't lose those. And there's the knockout part of it. Kind of cool how they did that. Okay, now one thing you want to do, you want to clean inside here. Because what they do is they put grease in there, all-purpose grease, but it starts to get dried out and get stuff in it. And I just take a Q-tip, get around in there. It also gets dirty. You get dust and stuff in there. Get that all cleaned out. I like to put just a little bit of ballistol on there. This stuff works great for just about everything. Clean it out a little bit. Wipe it off really good. And what I use is a little bit of white lithium grease. This works really well. And what it also does too is you put a little bit in there and it keeps the torsion bar from rattling also. Because the torsion bar will rattle inside there when it's deployed. So put some of that in there. Don't want to get too crazy with it, but you can certainly put some in there. Keep it lubed. Okay, and a quick take off your spacer or your rings. Clean the blade. Because right there at the pivot points is where it gets dirty. Clean up the little washers. It's like little brass washers, I forget what they call them. Kind of get your fingernails down there around that. Clean this around here really good. And then just put a little bit of grease on there just to lube it up a little bit. Don't get too much on there. Okay, a little bit inside of here just to help that out. Inside there in case you didn't catch that with the camera. Okay, now we're going to reassemble it. See how easy that was? Put that back on there. Your brass washer back on there. If I can get a hold of it. Okay. Okay, so then the tricky part, what you want to do, you can put your torsion bar back on there. Clean this off. Okay, put a little, just a dab more lube on there. Like I said, you want to glop it on there, just want a little bit on there. Okay, stick this right back in here so it sits in the inlet. Okay, then take your pin, put it back in there. There goes the camera. Okay. Pin back in there. Then with this part fully assembled, go ahead and put it back on there. You want to do it till the torsion bar locks back into place. And you'll feel it go in there because it won't go in there any other way. Okay. So far, so good. So then we're going to take our spacer, put it back in. Okay. Alright, now on the pivot point on the blade, go ahead and put that back together with your T9. You want to line up the back spacer back here at the very bottom. Make sure it lines nice right there, where you can see through the screw holes. Take your T6, put it on there. That must not be lined up. There we go. And it's got to line up right to the edge, otherwise it will not go in. There we go. And then we're back together.